So welcome to this over 50s match between Malaysia and Germany in the men's section here in Cape Town, South Africa, the 2022 World Cup. Germany find themselves second in Pool B. England, who have just beaten Wales 9-0, find themselves on top of that pool, but Germany have a game in hand as the game gets underway, and they go straight down the middle with a 1-2. In Pool A, it's South Africa and Spain that find themselves 3 from 3, with the Netherlands still to play a little bit later and with the game in hand there. So it's all to play for. Germany looking to get all 3 points, but also to get their goal difference up. The goal difference that Germany have is, going into this game, is 16. And England have increased their goal difference now with the last game to 23, with a 9-0 win over Wales. Germany, the firm favourites in this game, playing from right to left in red, and Malaysia playing in the familiar yellow strip. So Bagan Lal wins possession for Malaysia. Iyamo fires it in to Bagan Lal, who loses it. So good platform set for Germany. 2 central midfielders, 2 wide wing backs, and Malaysia quite happy to go into a 3-quarter press. Ball's played into the midfield and out wide to Radloff. Radloff plays it down the line, and it gets back to Radloff, who there's an unforced error on the trap, and Malaysia win possession. They come through Bagan Lal to Lim. Lim just feeling a bit isolated, goes back to Bagan Lal. Also has quite a lot to do. Rudloff back on the tackle for Germany. Yazbant on the ball. Malaysia still with possession in the 23-meter area of Germany. An unforced error as he plays it onto his own foot. Germany win possession again. Brenneker fires it out, trying to find number 71, Müller. And now the Malaysian defense is under pressure. Ball won by Germany. Lovely ball into the D, and the reverse stick hit comes in, and it's a goal. A beautiful diving reverse stick goal from Germany. Well worked, good pressure on Malaysia. They win the ball, play it across the D to the top. And there's number 71, Müller, who scores from open play with a superb strike. The reverse stick. So first blood to Germany. Müller scoring from open play. Good pressure from the high-lying strikers of Germany to force errors from Malaysia and capitalize, scoring that first goal. So Malaysia immediately on the back foot. Every time they've got the ball, their strikers just seem to be isolated at this stage. Lim winning the hit now for Malaysia. Gill on the ball. They need to set up a platform around the back four. They decide not to. Let's go direct, they say. Yazband tries to go crossfield with the diagonal aerial delivery. It's unsuccessful in England, and Germany win possession. Heitbrink on the ball now. Lovely control. Mark Watson out wide. That's bypasses that Malaysian strike area and midfield. So by moving the ball round the back with excellent ball pace, Germany are able to get in behind that midfield and create problems for Malaysia. High press now from the Germans. Heitbrink on the ball finds the baseline, and it's played onto the foot, and the advantage is given. And the reverse stick shot comes in from Nolter, which is unsuccessful. So the Oscar goes to Malaysia there. Number 43, Lee. Who remonstrates with the umpire that he's been hurt, and all in good humor here at the Masters World Cup. Nolter into Brenneker. And the corner is awarded. Good play from Nolter to Brenneker. So a dominant start for Germany. Number 65 is on the top of the castle, Eimer. And on the second castle, it is Heitbrink. Injection comes in. Heimer goes for the drag flick. It's well saved and cleared by Malaysia. Wenzel in the goals, saving that flick from Eimer. He goes low to his left. Not a bad option, but just not enough power on that. 16-yard hit now for Malaysia. Iyamo looks to go long. And Valther comes in to try and field that, misses it, but it goes safely over the baseline. Germany quite happy to set up again. And it's Rasenhorn who plays it to Mukkelman. Ball is lost in the midfield. And Malaysia get the ball through to Lee. Lee gets it in. Is there a stick hack? The Malaysian players seem to think that they had won themselves a corner. Umpire says play on. So, better play for Malaysia as they find their way into the German D. Getting ball down the right-hand side, getting the cross in. Yazband on the ball. Under pressure from Aymar. Balber losing the ball. Germany look to come back quickly with the counter-attack. They go through Mark Watson. Out to Nolter. Back to Mark Watson. He looks for support, can't find it. Tries to go direct Haas. Haas strikes, far post. Touch off the keeper. Rebound. Malaysia deal with it pretty well. So all that needed was a stick in front of Lopez, the Malaysian goalkeeper. Good ball in, but just no one there on that far post for Germany. So another aerial ball for Malaysia. Doesn't find the number 8, Hazura, up front. And Rasenhorn will start again. He goes long and aerial. Kloos. Good use of space down the right-hand side. Finds Klune. Klune fires it in, short corner. Good work by Germany. Lovely aerial ball down the left-hand side. Sees the space on the right-hand side. Great delivery. Hits the byline. Forces the short corner. Textbook hockey from Germany. Straight out of the coaching manual. Changing the point of attack. And now, short corner to Germany. Marquardson on castle number 1. It does go to number 1. The flick comes in. It's low. It's straight at the keeper. And Lopez saves. Malaysia clear, but is a re-award for an infringement in that 9-yard area. So Marquardson fancies himself on the drag flick. Got the alternative of Haas on the second castle. It goes to castle number 1 again. Marquardson goes low, doesn't get any purchase on that. And it's a great rebound goal for Germany. The injector, number 41, Skopa, who scores for Germany. Coming in brilliantly on the angle, 2 sticks, fires it in from close range. Skopa scores from the penalty corner. A rebound. So it's been all Germany so far. Good use of space. Good use of ball pace, which is so vital in any form of hockey. Connections aplenty from them. Mikkelman fires in. Hazura tries to mop up for Malaysia. On the ball again now. He tries to go long and left, and quite optimistically tries to fire it through 5 Germans. So luckily Malaysia still retained possession at this stage. A bit of panic play by Malaysia. Over the top, looking for the high-lying striker. Nayar up high. If he had been able to collect that, he would have had a one-on-one with the keeper. But still, it's a 50-50 ball when you play those kind of balls long, especially against a well-organized defense like Germany. Marquardson out to Rasenhorn. You just feel that Malaysia is struggling with the pace of the game. Germany moving the ball from right to left and left to right at will at this stage. The Malaysians, their only option is to go over the top and to find the high-lying strikers, which they do now. Nayar gets the ball in. Good strike from Hazura, and it's just wide. So they get some reward for that aerial bombardment, which hasn't worked for them early on. The Germans come back at Malaysia through Aymer. Ahmad with the cross. Good deflection on the byline. Malaysia under pressure. They work themselves well out of defense. Hazura loses the ball. And Brenneker pounces now with a little mazy run by him into the D now. Looks to force something. There's a good flat stick tackle. Comes in from the Malaysian defense. Good defense. And the goal is awarded. Well, the Malaysians stopped at one stage because one of the shots looked like it came off the reverse stick. The goalkeeper has allowed that. And Germany score their third goal through number 71, Müller, who scores his second goal of the game from open play. So Malaysia a little bit aggrieved with that because the shot from Germany came in with a rebound, and Malaysia found the way through there and have obstructed. That was a good passage of play for Malaysia to hit back after conceding a goal. Direct, finding their high-lying strikers. But as I was saying, the goal by the Germans, it looked like it had come off the reverse stick of one of the strikers, come off the goalkeeper, and then Müller pouncing. The initial strike looked like it had hit the reverse stick. But the umpires have allowed it to carry on. Good use of the width now. Germany on the attack. Again to the byline. The deflection comes in. Beautifully played onto the foot. So they've used it to good effect. The ball from left to right, using their outside right wing back. Plays it to the baseline with one of their strikers moving wide. The deflection comes in, finds the left foot, short corner. So Aymar on the top of the castle. There's a break from Malaysia, so one of the players will be sent to the halfway line. So now their defense is 3 players and the goalkeeper. So, Aymar on the flick, drag flicks, hits the keeper, rebound comes in, goal. And on the hooter, Germany score their 4th goal. I'm just trying to find a number here for the goal scorer. Germany dominant here in the first quarter. It's number 47, Heidbrink, who scores on the rebound from a penalty corner. So after the first quarter, it's Germany 4, Malaysia 0.
That waiting for the gun, the nerves are just too much, thinking about what is about to go down.
There goes the horn to start the race.
No, I think it's really amazing. And now the whole setup and people are dressed up.
We're giving something, I think, to the people is just fantastic.
The support on the side of the road is second to none, and that gives you the extra oomph.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. The scenery is beyond what I could imagine. I seriously enjoyed it. I met so many wonderful people on the way.
Really enjoying Cape Town. People seem to really appreciate artwork here, which is really nice.
Come and visit Cape Town. We are waiting for you with open arms. We welcome you here. This will remain a city of hope and opportunity for everyone, not just in Cape Town, but around the country and the world.
And he takes the tape.
Cape Town is open, safe and ready to host you.
4-0. Brenneker coming through the midfield. He's not happy with the decision from the umpire. Malaysia just trying to slow things down. 4-0 off in the first quarter of the game. Those are ominous signs for them. Haas on the ball. Lovely delivery. Smash comes in from Germany. Well fielded by the Malaysians, who with a cracking ball out wide. Looking for Muda. Just gets a German, touches the German stick. Ball played up high to Lim. Lim tries to lob the keeper, comes in on the second, and the short corner is given. Well, you've got to think to yourself, who made that dangerous? The Germans or the Malaysians? The ball bobbling around a bit. The German defenders reckon that they had stood their ground and that it was dangerous for them. Malaysian strikers flying in on that bobbling ball. They win themselves a corner. Umpire's not going to change his decision as much as the Germans deliberate. And now this is a chance for Malaysia to get themselves back into this game. So there's a break from the Germans. So players sent to the halfway line. The push comes in, the injection is not accurate. Now they go onto the stick, hits the foot. Now the rebound, played in. Goal scored for Malaysia. Lee capitalizes on a loose ball in the circle. And on that far post, he's able to fire it in. Past the goalkeeper, Thorsten Wenzel. And it's 4-1. So it's Sian Lee who scores for Malaysia. And this is a much-needed tonic after being 4-0 down in the first quarter to get themselves back into the game and score. So Malaysia have taken heart from scoring that goal now, and they come back at the Germans. Germany with acres of space at the moment. Good interception from Sead, but dealt with by Skopper, who wins possession back for Germany. Oh, little aerial ball into the midfield. Germany lose it, but then Malaysia cough it up straight back to Germany. You may need to just control this for a little bit longer, keep the ball, go from stick to stick for a while, just after conceding, get those touches back again, get the ball pace up, which they do, and they attack down the left-hand side. Skopper plays that ball played into the byline. Looking for Müller, coming along that byline. But it's up in the air and quite a difficult one to latch onto. So the restart and the quick self-pass by Germany into the circle. More attack. Malaysia under pressure. But well played by Inyamo, who finds a German foot, slows things down, and gets on to the 16. Long ball for their high-lying striker. Beautifully played. Another long ball, the touch. The German keeper doesn't know where the ball is. Another chance for Malaysia. Numbers are plenty. Well, the open goal there, begging for someone to slip it in. Wenzel struggling with the clearance there. Ball in behind him. With Malaysian strikers aplenty. You'd imagine that should have been snatched onto and taken by the Malaysians. The Germans just allowing the Malaysians back into this game now in the second quarter. They are comfortable 4-1 up, but just allowing them to get 1 or 2 chances as Germany come back again, cross the D. And the short corner awarded. Card given as well for the stick hack. And a good reply from Germany, who nearly conceded. The Malaysians continue to employ their aerial bombardment of the Germans. And they found some space in behind the high press of the Germans with using the little short overhead to their wide runners. And the shorter overhead is probably better than the longer one. It comes in to Germany. The drag flick comes in. It's goal. The umpire is going to confer. The Germans believe they've scored a goal. It was a drag flick. It may have got a deflection. But the umpire said that it has dangerous. So no goal. The goal does not stand. The Germans aren't arguing with the decision at all. Well, they wouldn't at 4-1 up. But it looked quite legitimate from this side. We don't have replays here, so you can't see what transpired. The umpire was in a good position to make that call. So the Germans rebound. Space on the outside again for Germany. Brenneker plays it back to Nolte. Nolte finds Kluner. Kluner to Mark Watson. Mark Watson out wide to Razahorn, who gets it under the shoulder. The ball comes in for the far post, and players in a plenty there. Schulhoff Hendersdorf in 3 players surrounding the Malaysian goalkeeper, Paul Lopez. The final touch was just eluded them at that stage. Good play by Germany. Really, really good ball across that 9-yard area. So dangerous. Another long pass picked off by the Germans. And this space overlaps aplenty on the right-hand side. They go long, they to the high-lying striker. Eimer, who just feeds it in to Schulhoff Hennersdorf. And they win themselves a long corner. Here, in and out. Good work, and the reverse stick hits coming in, but it's seen as dangerous. But good work from Brenneker on the turn, gets himself into space to release that shot in at goal. It's Brenneker again, little 1-2 with Mark Watson. Mark Watson finds his striker. It looks like it's a wrong side of the stick. Not intentional, otherwise it would have been a penalty corner, but it was played intentionally over the baseline. So Schulhoff Hennersdorf collecting a excellent ball. But his first touch lets him down and gets off his stick, but the Malaysian defender just plays it over the baseline. Umpire says deliberately so. Penalty corner. Amar at the top. And there's a break from Germany into the D. Amar fires in. Well dealt with by Lopez, who clears Walther at the back. Razahorn plays it out wide, nicely down the line. Cross comes in, deflection off a Malaysian stick. No danger, long corner. So we're coming up to 6.5 minutes until half time. Score is Germany 4, Malaysia 1. Germany scoring all 4 goals in the first quarter. They had the ball in the back of the net earlier, but it was not awarded by the umpire. Quite a nice drag flick from Amar, but it was seen to be dangerous as it might have taken a deflection from one of the German players in. So Lopez had some kit problems and the umpires have called for a substitution, so not to waste time to put on the number 2 goalkeeper. So that there's no delay. So the Malaysian goalkeeper, Ramachandran, is padding up as Lopez is having some issues with his kit. I'm not sure if he's injured himself. He may have. So initially I thought there was something wrong with his kit, but I think he has injured himself as the team doctor goes across behind the goals. So Ramachandran is coming on for Malaysia. Quite a big, imposing goalkeeper. There's been plenty of work for Paul Lopez, and we just hope that he recovers. He seems to be in some discomfort. So it's a long corner for Germany. Medics are being called. So we hope it's not serious. Team doctor immediately called for a stretcher. And for the medics, the team doctor, and a goalkeeper without a helmet, you can't start this game, but it's quite a dangerous place to be, exactly behind the goals. But the umpire wants to get the game going now. Six minutes and 17 seconds remaining in this second quarter. So Paul Lopez is in some discomfort. He's standing, but he has injured himself. And he says he's going to lie down on that stretcher and be attended to from a more comfortable position within the stands. The crowd applaud him off. So Ramachandran's in goals, and the game is back underway. The breakout from Malaysia. Lee will carry the ball. He just needs to get the stick in two hands and show more control than that. Brenneker looks to go direct when the easier pass was on. So Malaysia back on the counter. They decide to go safety first and back. Pressure on the number 7, Gill. Still under a lot of pressure from Germany. Zulov Hendersdorf doing well up front there to put the Malaysian under incredible amount of pressure on the left-hand side area. Germany win the ball back. Malaysia with the ball out wide, played into the midfield. Oh, and it gets a touch, but the Malaysian striker tries to win that 50-50 ball and wins the hit. The Scorpa does well to just close down the space. It looked like at one stage that Malaysia were in behind the German defense. The ball pace just not good enough for Malaysia. Ball played into the top of the deep. It's deemed to be the wrong side of the stick. Germany come out with a 16-yard hit. Just over 4 minutes left in this second quarter. Better performance in the second quarter by Malaysia. They were blown away in the first quarter with 4 unanswered goals. They've come back and scored a goal of their own through Lee with a penalty corner variation. A very well taken goal. Smashed into the far, into the low, into the backboard from close range. So the platform set for Malaysia. Plenty of pressure from the high press from the Germans. You can see them swarming around, closing down the midfield, closing down this back four of Malaysia. Malaysia finding it very difficult to get quality ball to their midfielders, therefore resorting to aerial balls. They've had a bit of success with that, but it's been few and far between. Germany win the ball again. Mark Watson on the ball now. Played to Mickelman. Mickelman is infringed. And Mark Watson tries to do the self-pass. Umpire says, please put the ball on the spot and play from there. An unfair advantage was gained. Haas plays it out wide to Brenneker. Brenneker fires it in, looking for Remmers up high. Difficult ball for Remmers as the ball was slightly off the deck. There we go, the long ball down the middle. German defense under pressure, but Malaysia not 5 meters from the aerial ball, so the hit goes to Germany. Germany with the 1-2 down the middle, finding the space outside. Now the circle entry, ball played in, but it needed to go wide. Comes off the keeper. Ball needed to be played to the far post, not the near post. So another unforced error from the Germans. Gets played in. Good play for Mickelman. Just playing the simple ball. Eindbrink down the right-hand side. Eindbrink Looking for support. Finds it from Haas. Malaysia with the ball now. It's going to run the clock down with about a minute to go. Much better second quarter from them. They go long, looking for those high-lying strikers. And an interception from the Germans. Now the Germans will come back at these dying seconds through Kloos. Kloos wins the hit. Umpire gives him the advantage, and a beautiful little ball under the shoulder. And the ball comes in, and the goal. So goal for Germany with 30 seconds left. Kloos with a brilliant little ball under the shoulder, showing some incredible vision. And Mukkelman scores with a lovely little slap hit into the corner. So Mukkelman on the score sheet. But Kloos with that fantastic pass in behind the defense, finding Mukkelman. So at halftime here in Cape Town, it's Germany 5, Malaysia 1. Join us after the halftime break.
We are fascinated by the mindsets and the habits that make individuals and teams perform at another level. Let us be your thought partners and transformational coaches. Are you part of a team and you are wanting to gain insight into what ingredients need to be in the mix to take your team to a whole new level of performance? Partner with us. We want to be your transformational coaches.
At thehockeysite.com, it's about what happens in the locker room, thinking about the game. It's about planning and preparation, and about training and improving those skills, looking at it from different angles. But of course, it's also about teaching them to score and win. Thehockeysite.com. Share the knowledge.
And the number 13, Lim, looking for support. He induces the hard tackle on him and wins possession for Malaysia. Haas. And a beautiful ball across for Mikkelman, who just scored in the dying seconds of the second quarter. He finds Remmers, and Remmers still does the self pass, tries to get a corner, but plays it into Amar. And there's a slight deflection, goes over the baseline for a long corner. Good play by Germany. Again, using the width from left to right, hitting that byline. Ball gets fired in, the reverse stick pass across the D, and the little dink through the legs. And it seemed to squirt under the goalkeeper. And another goal for Germany. Well, as I said, great use of width. And it's Müller who finds himself with a hat-trick. Tricky work from him. Another open play goal for him. He's third of the day from open play. Pushes it through his legs. Keeper makes the initial save, but it seemed to squeeze underneath the keeper. He almost kicked it into his own box. Oh, and the dive by the Malaysian centre forward. Lim looking for a corner. Umpire wasn't going to be suckered into giving a corner. So Mikkelman in on the angle. Nicely out wide to Amar. Amar will win a long corner yet again for Germany. Flat sticks coming in from the Malaysian defense. So Briniker, who's been instrumental in this midfield, will carry into the byline. No purchase on that. Amar again wins ball. Fired into the circle. Mikkelman trying to win ball there. It squirts off his stick over the baseline, and Malaysia have a 16-yard hit. So, high ball in. Finds Lee. Lee looks for the crossfield pass, but it just eludes Karapulsami. Good idea. Haas. Beautiful delivery out wide. Mikkelman into the top of the D. Heineke. It goes to Amar. Amar looks to shoot. Closed down. Short corner. Well, Briniker came running at speed into that area. Finds Amar. And in the process, he was upended. And the umpire was allowing for advantage. Amar didn't get the clean shot at goal. He was closed down, so the penalty corner is awarded. And Germany 6-0 up with Jorg Müller scoring 3 open play goals. A hat-trick for him. Injections good, comes off the top. Easily dealt with by Rajachandran, the goalkeeper. But the ball is lifted dangerously into a German offensive player. So a reward is given. Amar at the top. They've used the drag flick every time. Coming again for the drag flick. And it seemed to be dangerous. So maybe time for a variation. Amar definitely has the pace to execute the skill, but it's not working today. So Mark Watson into Haas. Haas plays it out wide to Nolter. Nolter looking for support, finds Amar. Ball bobbles a little bit around in the D, and it goes over for a 16-yard hit. Amar finding a lot of ball in that, just inside the D, but always 3 or 4 Malaysians around him. Difficult to manipulate ball. Malaysia with possession just inside German territory. Start from Bangalal. Nicely played up front to Lim. Lim on the inside pull, but loses the ball. And then obstructs intentionally, so will get himself a green card. Game's on again. Malaysia now down to 10 men. Ball in for Nolter. Nolter picks up well, but just can't find his strike partners. So Germany have numbers on defense. As they lose the ball, they swarm back. They close down space and win a ball back. They've done this incredibly well in this game. So ball down the left-hand side. Now the crossfield play comes. But unfortunately hits Kluna on the shin guards. But some good enterprising play left to right by Germany. Germans field the high ball through Walther to Marquardson. Marquardson goes down the middle. Eventually finds Brink. Kluna with the shot. And a short corner awarded. Kluna firing that one in there. Looking for Amar. So Nolte will inject once again. Amar at the top. They go for the drag yet again. Well saved. So Ramachandran makes a good save to his right and a long corner for Germany. So they continue with the drag flick to the Germans. Marquardson. Kluna. Back in and out. Back to Kluna. From the number 17. Sorry, the number 47, Hatebrink. Ball played intentionally over the baseline. So short corner once again for Germany. So is it variation time, or do they continue with the drag flicking of Amar? I think Amar has now gone to the left-hand side, and it looks like Hatebrink has now gone to the top of the D. Stop isn't good. He rolls it, and the swing comes in. Ria Ward. So misses the ball. It's seen as danger. Corner given. So the Germans discussing at the top of the D now. Is it variation time? And Hatebrink now, still at the top, goes to him again. Trap isn't good. Amar looking forward. He carries, he flicks. It's saved once again. Good height for the Malaysian goalkeeper to use his glove. So a little bit of confusion now as the umpire's made a decision. He wants the ball on the far left-hand side touchline. Self-pass, not 5 meters gained, so it's open to play into the D. They decide to go round. Volta. Amar on the lateral run in the wide areas, goes himself. And Gunnarsson makes the tackle for Malaysia. They try, go back over the top. Walther intercepts. Now, it's Germany come back at them again. It's wave after wave of attack from the Germans now at 6-1 up. Total control from Germany. Brenneker out wide. Heintbrink. Kloener. Mark Watson out wide again. The wide ball out to Heintbrink, who will look to play far post. He gets it in. Elmer gets the touch. It's saved. Just doesn't get enough stick on that, and they win the hit for the foot. So again, left to right play. The ball comes into the 9-yard area. And I think it was Nolter that actually tried to deflect it, not Aimer. So, Markwitson out wide. Skopper on the ball. Back into the wide areas again. Markwitson looks to drive into the circle. Tries to look for the cross ball. Kloener. Haas. Ooh, a little leave. Little dummy leave there. Nearly works for Germany. Game on. Umpire says no infringement. Play on. Malaysia work their way out of defense. They find Balber. Balber looks high, but he can't find Nair. And there's a 16-yard hit. The Malaysians seem to think there's a long corner. And the Germans say it did come off. Very sporting from Germany. They say it did come off a German stick. So long corner to Malaysia. Just about 4 minutes out from completing this third quarter. Koo on the ball, plays it out wide to Shivapragasm. Played into the midfield. Nicely fielded by Julof Hendersdorf. Driving through the middle. All players on the outside. Markwitson had a player to his right and decides to go himself. Often that happens when you're 6-1 up. But this is the time to play easy, simple ball, and you'll end up scoring more goals. Markwitson again. Support comes from Julof. Lots of encouragement from the crowd for the Malaysians. Lots of space out wide. Germans getting back in numbers. The long ball is played again, but it's high. Game on, says, play on, says the umpire. Brenneker. Mukkelman plays it out. And back to Mukkelman, who scored a goal from open play in the first quarter. Lovely play from Kloener. Down the line to Nolter from Nolter. Nolter, little nudge in. Nolter picks it up again. Gets the touch. It's just that final 9-yard area that the Germans need to be a little bit more ruthless going forward in this tournament. They're creating plenty of opportunities, but when it gets into that 9-yard area, just got to get a stick on it and got to ram it home. Ball, top of the D. The shot's going to come in. Good save. The shot from Mueller, who's already got himself a hat-trick, comes in, but just at a regimental height for keeper, just be able to save it at perfect height for a keeper. Just has to stand big, use his glove. Mueller has finished very, very well with a hat-trick already in this game. We've had Heitbrink, who's also had a rebound from a penalty corner. Skorpo has also had a penalty corner rebound, and then Mickelman, who scored from open play with a good goal. Haas. Nolte. Trying to get the ball to Nolte, but the ball's played up high to Naya. He's isolated, one man to beat, goes on the inside, turns his man again. Now going to fire the shot away, and it's just wide. Hazura Singh was working his way to the far post, but the ball flashes past the far post, and an opportunity goes a-begging for Malaysia. Nolte is looking to play Heitbrink out wide. Heitbrink scans up ahead, goes high into the circle. Two high-lying strikers from Germany on the byline. The Malaysians get a stick to it. Germany still retain possession. Ball gets fired in. Oh, and just trap is just eludes Müller. Good idea. Lee wins possession, does well. The ball is lost, and another wave of attack from Germany. Nolte to Remmers. Remmers tries to go direct and loses it. And that ends the third quarter with Germany 6-1 up. Join us after the break for the final fourth quarter of this Pool B encounter here in Cape Town.
At thehockeysite.com, it's about what happens in the locker room. Thinking about the game. It's about planning and preparation. And about training and improving those skills. Looking at it from different angles. But of course, it's also about teaching them to score and win. Thehockeysite.com. Share the knowledge.
Fourth quarter, Malaysia versus Germany. It's been a comprehensive and decisive performance from the Germans, slotting 6 goals. They came into this game ahead in goal difference with England, but England did score 9 goals against Wales. So England should be sitting at a goal difference of 23. And the Germans now up to, I would imagine, 22. So goal difference is so important as you try jockey for position in the pool, ready for the playoffs. You want to be number one in your pool. So there's no cross-pool playoffs. There's just straight 1v1 for the semi-final. So Mickelman gets things underway through Kleiner. Rudloff out wide. The ball is carried once again. Brenneker is the man who's been so instrumental in their midfield. Deflection comes high, danger, so it will be a hit to Germany just outside the Malaysian D. Brenneker, once again, finds the foot. Does the self-pass, needs to go 5 meters. Little dink over the top, which is good, to Kleiner, and Kleiner wins the Germans a long corner. Brenneker. Kleiner. Good turn. Amers will shapes to smash it across the circle, but decides to go on his own. Kleiner once again. Flat ball. Ooh. And the Malaysian defender leaves it. Mueller just happy to receive it on the far left-hand side and change direction. Amar fires it in, deflection is gained, and that is a magnificent cross from from Carsten Amar. So goal scored by number 13, Christian Remmers. A tremendous deflection. Amar firing it in from the right-hand side. And Remmers gets a beautiful deflection, left-handed stick deflection. Deflects it under the crossbar for Germany's 7th goal. So as I was saying, that 9-yard area, the Germans needed to be a little bit better in their finishing, and that's just what I was talking about. That was really an excellent finish. Ball played into those dangerous areas. Normally that area is congested. You've got to get late into that area, get a stick in on those deflections, and that's exactly what Remmers did. They've squandered a few chances in that area today, even though it's been a brilliant performance by them. 7 goals. Again, ball played into that area. Imers gets the reverse stick pass away to Kloos. And again, the Malaysian goalkeeper, Ramachandran, is brought into action with a good glove save. Short corner for Germany. So we're 12.5 minutes out at 7-1. Germany have conceded a goal. So obviously does affect goal difference. So I'll be looking to score 2 or 3 more after England scoring 9 this morning. Unanswered goals against Wales. The flick comes in, the drag flick from Amar comes in, and it's wide. So very little success from the top of the D today from the German drag flicker. Plenty of pace on his flick, but it's been easily dealt with by the Malaysians. Haas. Good ball wide, mistrap. Still a high press from the Germans. The only option for Malaysia is to fire it in over the top of that press. And it's fielded by Volta. Mark Watson in to Haas. Haas to Kroner. Kroner back to Haas. Some tired bodies out there. Kroner looks to set up the platform at the back now. The Malaysians don't fancy chasing the Germans anymore. So there's plenty of options out in the width as the Malaysians congest the middle of the field. Another opportunity now. The shot comes in. Brennan is going to hit it, and he does decisively and scores for Germany. Brenneker getting it wide, taking his time, picking his corner and just smashing it into the far corner. Brenneker's on the score sheet. And Germany up now 8-1. Again, good play from left to right by the Germans, exploiting space on the outside. Brenneker's had a really good game for Germany. Just marshals the midfield, picks his passes well, does the simple things right. Markwitson out wide. Nolte carries back to Markwitson. In again to Nolte. Nolte looks to win the corner. Can't find a foot. The umpire says the ball had gone over the baseline, so it's a long corner. Brenneker in, the turn comes, the space is given. Flat sticks in, right. The tackle should be a short corner. So well worked by Germany. Plenty of flat sticks coming in from the Malaysians, but just patience, front stick to front stick. And Julef Hendersdorf wins a corner for his team. So the Germans haven't shown their cards with many variations. They've persisted in number 65, Amar, drag flicking it. The ball goes for the first time to the second castle. It's delivered into the far corner. And the goal is scored on the drag flick. The first variation of the game. I'm trying to find a number of the German player who flicked that in, and it's the number 11, Mark Watson. And he didn't power it in, he almost just placed it in. Penalty corner from him, drag flick. So to the second castle, and almost just placed it, looped it into that sideboard. Keeper was in position, but over his pad, goal. And now the next beautiful wide ball, and it comes in. And a tremendous slap there. By Mikkelman, who picks up his second goal of this match. Again, the ball goes wide, gets placed in beautifully, and then the slap hit comes in from him. So, just under 7 minutes left. It's 10-1, and it could be 11, and it is. So, Malaysia now falling apart at the seams. Mark Watson with another goal late in this game from open play. Bagan Lau, who plays it back now. Malaysia stunned in his final quarter with some excellent German play. They're almost dead on their feet at the stage. Germans have run them ragged. They've used pace. They've used width. They've used ball pace. And really excellent finishing from the Germans. That was almost indoor style, the way it went wide and played again into the 9-yard area and slapped into the goals. We know the Germans love their indoor hockey, and they've shown some of those skills today in their finishing, the way they move that ball around the D. Front stick to front stick, which is so important. So 11-1 to Germany, 5 minutes left in this game. Goal difference is imperative in this pool. Germans still have a game in hand over England. So Mark Woodson comes off. He scored 2 goals. The Germans start making some more changes and resting some of their key players. Nolter into the midfield for him now. Played out to the wide areas of the field. Malaysians look to break out. Is there a consolation goal for them? They go over the top. They're 2 high-lying strikers. And well fielded by Russell Horn, who will now play wide to Heintbrink. Volther, plenty of space out there to work with. Nolter. Müller, the hat-trick hero of today, plays it back. And now they just seem to slow things down, keep possession, rest some legs. Russell Horn plays long. Picked up well. Müller has the shot. Tara Hutch, the captain of the Malaysian side, just fielding it out wide, loses it. Germany with a great platform, come back again. And a little bit of indecisiveness there, and they still retain possession through Nolter. Good control. Skorpa plays it in, and the corner is won for Germany. So 2 minutes left. Will it be another variation for the Germans? Eimer's been rested at present. Got Hatebrink on the second castle. He's been used before. Castle number 1. The flick goes to the injector and the goal is scored. Very well worked by Germany. So I'm just looking for a number. So it's number 41, Skorpa, who scores his second goal of the day from the injector. The ball played so nicely backed to Skorpa, and he's able to just deflect it and slap it into that near side area of the goals, the near post. 12-1. Warning shots fired by the Germans. They mean business in this competition. 12 excellent goals. Malaysia just haven't had an answer to their midfield presence, their high press, their ball pace, their use of width, their use of space. And some excellent finishing by the Germans in this game. We're down to the last 20 seconds. Is there one more for the Germans? They move forward with 15 seconds left on the clock. And the short corner is won, and they will have another chance to increase their goal tally as Remmers is tackled at the top of the D, halfway up the stick, wins his team a short corner. So the whole German side now move to the D, an opportunity to score their 13th goal. Eimer is back on. So he might go for the drag again. Stop. Eimer goes for it. The drag is, and finally, Eimer gets some reward for all that flicking today and scores from the top of the circle to make it 13. So on the hootie here, a comprehensive win for Germany. 13 goals to 1 with a hat-trick from Jörg Müller. And a very good win for them in Pool B. So, at the end of this game, Germany 13, Malaysia 1.